Are you a dividend investor? Are you trying to not only keep pace with this current high inflation, but choose investments that are beating this high inflation with increasing dividends? Would you like to know the dividend kings with the fastest dividend growth rate to help kick that inflation to the curb? Then make sure you check out today's video. Quick before we get started, if you guys wouldn't mind liking the video, it's free and it helps my channel out a lot. I obviously consider myself to be a dividend investor and I love the idea of passive income. One thing I love more than just receiving dividends for doing nothing is having those dividends grow faster than inflation can wash it away. In this video, I want to give a quick outline of what a dividend growth rate is, why it's important, and then list the top stocks from each time period with the fastest dividend growth rates. Now let's get to the content. All right, so real quick, a dividend growth rate is comparing 1 year's dividend to another year's dividend, and then looking at the difference between the two, that is the dividend growth rate. All right, and I wanted to give you guys a quick example right here on your screen. You guys will see that company A pays $1 per year in dividends in 2021, and then increases that dividend to $1.05 per year in 2022. This company has a 5% 1 year dividend growth rate. Similarly, you have company B that pays $4 a year in dividends in 2021. They increased their dividend by the same 5 cents that company A increased their dividend by in 2022 to $4.05. Company 2 only has a 1 year dividend growth rate of 1.25%. And I believe that the dividend growth rate, what it really shows is the company's long-term profitability. Because if they're not becoming more and more profitable every year, they cannot afford to pay an increasing dividend. And a little cliff note that's going to help you guys with what we're going to talk about in today's episode is the dollar had a 7.87% average inflation rate increase in the last 12 months. And what this means is something that cost $100 in 2021 will now cost you on average $104.70 for the same item. All right, so what I thought the best way of tackling this idea is I went on Dividend.com, I found the 1, 3, 5, 10, and 20 year dividend growth rate for each of the dividend kings. And then I wanted to list all the stocks that are over 10%. That is the threshold I set. But as we just talked about, the inflation of the last 12 months was 7.87%. So you can pick any number you want here. But for the sake of the video, we're going to go with 10%. Looking here at the 1 year dividend growth rate leaders, we have Target in first place with 58% increase. Lowe's in second with a 30.43%. HB Fuller with 28.57%. Fourth place is Abbott Labs with 18.95%. Nordson's in fifth with 16.88. Parker and Hannafin is in sixth place with 12.78%. And Stepan Company is at 10.62% in seventh place. Every other stock on the Dividend Kings list has less than a 10% dividend growth rate in the last year. Next one we're going to look at is the leaders for the 3 year dividend growth rate. And in first place, we have Lowe's with 17.49%. Abbott Labs with 16.20%, Nordson again with 11.46%, HB Fuller with 10.62%, Stepan with 10.56%, Parker and Hannafin with 10.53%, and AbbVie with 10.37%. Jumping over to the leaders for the 5 year dividend growth rate, we have AbbVie in first with a 17.71%, Lowe's in second with 17.67%, Nordson in third with 12.03%, Abbott Labs in fourth with 11.74%, SJW with a 10.92%, Hormel Foods in sixth place with 10.46%, and Stepan with 10.03%, rounding out the list in seventh. Taking a quick look at the leaders for a 10 year dividend growth rate, we have Lowe's in first with an 18.93%, Nordson in second with 14.62%, Hormel Foods in third with a 14.09%, Target in fourth with 11.13%, HB Fuller with 10.93%, Parker and Hannafin in sixth place with a 10.75%, and 3M Company in seventh place with a 10.41%. All right, and last but not least, we have the leaders for the 20-year dividend growth rate. This is the furthest that Dividend.com goes out, so this is where my research stopped. And you'll see here on the list, you have Lowe's with a 24.5. We have Target with a 14.25. Hormel Foods with a 12.54. W.W. Granger with an 11.73. Benedict and Dixon with an 11.48. Parker and Hannafin with an 11.14, and then Pepsi in 7th with a 10.52 dividend growth rate. All right, if you guys made it to this point in the video, I wanted to give you guys a little fun fact. Lowe's, stock ticker LOW, is the only dividend king to have increased their dividend by at least 10% over the last 20 plus years. In terms of dividend growth rate, I wanted to do a little bit of a deeper dive on Lowe's here just because I thought it was kind of impressive that they were the only dividend king to meet these metrics. So you guys will see here on your screen that back in 1995, Lowe's was paying an amazing 0.0181 cents per share per year. And then in 2021, as of last year, they paid an impressive $3 per share per year. This is a 633.63% total dividend growth rate, which comes out to 24.37 year over year over the past 26 years. And another little cliff note here, Lowe's is expected to raise their dividend for the 60th year in a row, and their ex-dividend date is going to be
7/21 of 2022.
with a payout date of 8/4 of 2022. So if you guys want to take a deeper look at Lowe's and see if this fits your portfolio and your needs, now might be a good time before they raise that dividend, and it is a quality company to take a look at. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Please like the video if you guys enjoyed today's content and or learned something. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I post dividend related videos every Monday and Friday. And if you do subscribe, make sure you comment down below and let me know that you've subscribed. I will personally thank you and screenshot it, and you will be at this section in the next video. Also, comment down below and let me know if you guys use the dividend growth rate when you're screening your dividend stocks and what your percentage is. Mine is currently 10%. I like to see over like 3 to 5 years. And if you guys are interested in the dividend growth rates for the rest of the Dividend Kings, just email me at dividendobsession@gmail.com and I'll send that right over to you. But until next time, see ya.